This carbon hydrogen processing unit. The actual unit is SDK Oil, which was actually decommissioned in 2008.
In the meantime, Darcy's nearly finished her report.
I'm actually letting go of much, apart from the fact that there was an explosion around 45 minutes ago now. We need to wrap this up. Stay tuned and we will be back.
And now Shelton's ready to roll. And he's not going to let the truth stand in the way of a good story.
Right, ready, Darcy? Hi, it's Shelton Lindsay reporting live from the SDK oil rig, which you can see behind me out here in the rural countryside.
So whilst Darcy ignored the blog, has Shelton got carried away with the corporate negligence speculation?
Also, the CEO of SDK Enterprises has recently divorced from his wife, who he apparently beat. Is it possible that his on-the-job abilities have been hampered by his personal life?
Meanwhile, with no warning, Kevin grabs the eyewitness and shoves her on camera alongside Lottie.
Jump in. We've got Kate here. She's been a resident for 30 years, so go for it, Lottie.
Kate, could you tell me a bit about the plant, some of your concerns?
There's been a lot of environmental concerns, particularly in the local river. There was like we've had environmental problems in the river.
The last-minute eyewitness wasn't the best on-screen interview, since Lottie doesn't appear too confident on camera herself.
The information, that's all we have at the moment, thank you. I'm Lottie Bywater.
Right, got a minute to get to the van, Lottie. Let's go.
So as Lottie and Kevin make it back to the van with less than a minute to go, Shelton's still finishing his piece to camera.
This is Shelton Lindsay reporting live for TV Crew News, and we'll bring you the story as it develops. Thank you.
In order to get to the van before it leaves, they don't even have time to pack up their equipment.
Run!
Quick!
It's time to race back to the newsroom. Here, the editor's guest judges must decide which two stories will run, sending their reporters to the final, and which two stories will be dropped, consequently eliminating the unfortunate candidates. This week's guest judges are Kasia Madeira, a top BBC News journalist, and Joanne Zorian, a renowned presenting coach. Whilst the judges make their minds up, our budding reporters, like proper journos after a hard day's work, head to the pub for a quick pint.
Do you want to do it again?
I'd love to, yeah, exactly.
I could always burn something down.
The judges have watched all the reports, but with the deadline approaching, they need to decide which two will make it through to the final.
I think it's really difficult. It is so hard. They're all at such a similar standard. Who is it that we would feel secure telling the editor, this is somebody that you can put out there now? Kevin, he's confident looking, working with the camera.
Well, that was an interesting attempt, wasn't it? But it's such a shame that as he was talking, he was covering up the most important bit of the action.
Sounds to me like the pump itself is actually slowing down.
I just found in my head I had too much information, and really, you didn't need much.
Lottie came next. I was thinking the words rock and roll presenter.
Editorially, she's getting there. It's just, you need to do the whole package when you work in television news. You need to have the delivery.
I met Kate Harris, a local resident who is here.
Obviously, there was the big aspect of the story was the the possible scam and the dodginess and everything. But how do you present that to without it being completely biased?
And next was Darcy. I think Darcy would be, if she was well directed, I think she could really focus on us and telling the story.
I think she just needs to be very aware of this questioning. You're not there to question, you're there to say what is happening.
We're not sure how many injuries are here, not sure what exactly has gone on. We've tried to speak to paramedics. A lot of unanswered questions and so on.
She got way up in everyone's face.
Like
it was amazing.
Questions.
We come to Shelton, who is energy personified, really. My concern is that he's just not focused.
The marital problems of the CEO, and you know, we've seen it with BP. We know exactly what he's doing, but I just think it's one piece of information when you're fresh to the scene of something like this that is just too much. You're not there to speculate.
CEO of SDK Enterprises has recently divorced from his wife, who he apparently beat.
personally took the more sensational angle of trying to talk about like SDK oils, like abuse relationships, because it's like that's what people want to know.
So now the difficult bit. Who do we see not going forward?
This is tough. This is so tough.
So whilst the judges make their decision, the reporters nervously await their verdict. The two reporters going through to the next round will each receive a text message informing them that their story is running. The two reporters being eliminated will receive nothing.
Good luck, guys.
Now we play the waiting game.
You're in. Coherent story, but don't hide the action behind your back while filming. Yeah, exactly.
Well, here we go. You're in. Good job on site. Don't go into hot zone ever again.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good work.
So it's commiserations for Lottie and Shelton.
This competition was really, really difficult to judge because the standard was very high. Joe and I had a really difficult job with this one. Shelton was a little bit sensationalist. Lottie seemed just a little bit bored of being there. She didn't engage as much as we'd hoped she could do.
Good luck, man. You'll be good.
Oh, thank you.
You'll be fine.
And what about Darcy and Kevin? They're through to the final, but what do they need to work on to emerge triumphant next time?
Kevin has found a style of presenting, but for me, I need him to be a little bit more dangerous. Darcy is very good on camera. I need her to stay rooted to the spot and give us the information.
Next week, the reporters will face their fiercest challenge of all. They'll be editors for the day, running the BBC newsroom and competing head-to-head for the ultimate prize, their dream contract with the News Channel.